Hey everybody, Max Kevin here's a little cutie podcast. It's not too long. Oh, how's your guys' allergies doing? Are they doing good? Oh, allergy season's finally almost over, kind of. Not. Oh, it's almost not really, but sort of. It's way down. It's way down, like America's economy, but it's not over yet. All right, so I just went to the doctor a few weeks ago. Got a little allergy test. You know, they didn't really test me for everything. They only tested me for three allergens here. I don't know why. I'm not sure exactly. I'm guessing maybe the medicine they administer only covers these three, so it's only worth it to cover. So anyway, let's go over the results here. The first one is Butaxa, which in English is ragweed. So the normal response, what do you call it? Immune system response is 0.34 UAs per milliliter, whatever the fuck that means. I don't know. Oops, I shouldn't have said fuck in the first minute. Now YouTube's gonna demonetize me. Anyway, my score was 1.07, so three times the amount, which is kind of surprising. I thought it'd be more, because this is the worst one for me. Oh god, my eyes are so itchy. Then we got hinoki, which in English is I don't fucking know, but I think it's some type of weed. I don't know. That one normal is also 0.34. My score was 0.78, so double the response there. Okay, and then we got sugi, which is cedar pollen. That one is also 0.34. My score was 8.86. That's let's see, that's about 24, 20. That's about 27 times. That's 27 times over the legal limit. My cedar pollen allergies are 27 times over the limit, bro. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this subcutaneous immunotherapy, also known as allergy shots. It's gonna cost me $300 a month. Come on, insurance. What's your deal, bro? Yeah, when I was a kid and I got allergy shots, it was twice a week. But this one they're doing, it's only twice a month. I don't know if they made them stronger or what. I don't know how they do it over here in Japan. But that's good. I only gotta go twice a month. Each one of these babies costs $150. Damn inflation. Yeah, the insurance doesn't cover it for whatever reason. I don't know why. They got universal health care over here in Japan, but doesn't cover this one. Doesn't cover. Okay. Oh, awesome. Oh, you got universal health care, huh? Oh, it doesn't cover the one thing I need. Oh, okay. That's great. Yeah, awesome. Wonderful. Thank you. I love it. Let's see. Yeah, so the doctor's like, so you want to do this? I'm like, yeah, let's do it, doc. Shoot me up. Fill me up with that allergen, whatever it is. It's called Zorea. Zorea, 375 milligrams. Fill me up with that shit. Anyway, he's like, yeah, we don't have it. I gotta call the distributor, and we'll call you. We'll call you when we get it. Probably next week. Maybe this Saturday or next week. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have it? It's not just sitting in the fridge or something? What do you mean you gotta call somebody? This is a claim. You know what? You just have it. You got any Vicodin? Give me some Vicodin. I'll take that. Give me some Vicodin. Give me some whatever's got. What's the drug there? Not heroin. What's the not barbiturates? What's the name? Come on. You guys know what I'm trying to say right now. The class of drugs that belongs to Vicodin and heroin and all the pills. Why can I not think of this right now? I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. God, what are they called? Oh, this is pissing me off. All right, I gotta look it up. On the internet. What type of drug? Is it good? Look, how much is the CIA gonna follow my... How much are they going to track my search industry, my search history there? Oxycodone opioids, that's what I was... God, opioids. God. opioids. Give me some oxycodone. Give me some opioids, brah. I hear they're good with beer. Anyway, let's see what else is going on here. Okay, a lot of people on the internets are complaining. I don't know if they're real people, probably just bots, because real people are, I don't know. I don't know if they can't be this dumb, but I do imagine that there are a bunch of losers in the world that have nothing to do besides complain on the internet. So I'm always conflicted when I ever see these things, as I was talking about last time. You never know if these online narratives are by real people, if they're actually real giant losers or just robots. You don't know if you're looking at what robots write or if what just giant losers write. So you don't know. You don't know. So recently in the comedy world, it's been big news, big scandal on the internet there with the giant losers and the bots about this comedy festival in Riyadh. Riyadh. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't speak Arabic. I don't speak terrorist. Anyway, so there's a festival there in Saudi Arabia. I don't know if you guys heard of this country, Saudi Arabia, but what was it? 17 of the 19 hijackers in 9/11 were from Saudi Arabia, and that's why we invaded Iraq and Afghanistan, because they were all from Saudi Arabia. Oopsies. Anyway. So a lot of people are up in arms on the internet. They're like, what are these comedians doing? You know what they do in Saudi Arabia? They kill journalists. Yeah, they killed some journalist, which, yeah, I remember. That was pretty bad. They killed that dude. Well, I forget his name. They just tortured him and killed him, and he was, I don't know, he's probably, talking about women can't drive or something. I don't know exactly. But I don't know if you heard of these people called the Saudi Arabian princes, but as Norm Macdonald would say, they're real jerks. They're not nice dudes. They're not people you would want to invite over to your Sunday barbecue to chill. Man, I remember when I was teaching in San Diego, I had a couple students from Saudi Arabia, and they were ungodly rich. Like, one student, he's like, yeah, I can't wait for my car to get here. I'm like, oh, what, did you rent a car or something? He's like, no, my car from Saudi Arabia. I'm like, what do you mean get here? It's like, they're shipping it over. I'm like, what? They're shipping your car over from... Why don't you just buy a new one? I mean, that's gonna... How much does it cost to ship a car? They're shipping one single car over from Saudi Arabia? You don't want to just, like, buy a Mazda? Or, like, rent a little Honda Civic over here? They're shipping your gold Mercedes-Benz? Okay, alright, well... That's cost more than my entire yearly salary here at this school. Yeah, those kids, they didn't do shit, man. They all failed. They were in America to party. They were in America to party. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so these guys, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, they're not very nice. They don't let people drink alcohol. They didn't let women drive until very recently, which I don't blame them. I mean, we all know. I think we all know that wasn't exactly a mistake. But yeah, I guess general human rights abuses. They have slaves or whatever building their. I mean, what is a slave? Well, I don't know. People in America say working for minimum wage is slavery. So, anywho, so they're having a comedy festival over there, and all these internet people are up in arms, like, oh my God, can you believe these comedians are going over there? Saudi Arabia, they killed journalists. Oh, the royal Saudi, because Pete Davidson's going over there. His dad died in 9/11, and now he's performing in Saudi Arabia. And it's like, oh, he's performing for the guys that killed his dad. And it's like, well, actually, the guys that killed his dad, they were in the plants, so they're all dead already. That was, they're dead. So not exactly the people that killed. I mean, maybe they knew him. Maybe they knew a guy that knew a guy, or maybe they actually funded it. But who knows? And of course, Bill Burr too. Because there's now he's the anti-billionaire. And all the Saudi guys are probably trillionaires. Just like, what are you doing performing for those guys? Don't you know? And I just want to say, those people complaining about Saudi Arabia, Let me tell you about this. About I don't know if you ever heard about these countries called America, the United States of America. Have you heard of that country? Or how about China? Have you heard of China? So I don't know if you know about this country called the United States of America, but they like to invade foreign countries and blow everybody up for for basically, I don't know, you know, for corporate greed, basically. You know, I mean, if you think about like the Iraq War, like, you know, what was the point of that exactly? Get rid of Saddam? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was just so American companies could get the oil contracts. That's pretty much what it was for. You know, Afghanistan. Let's see, Afghanistan. We killed a whole bunch of people so we could take over the poppy fields. You know, to grow the opium, which I couldn't remember earlier in the podcast. You know, all the opium and all the heroin and all the Vicodin and all the OxyContin. It's all grown in Afghanistan. And that was definitely not a factor for America. You know, even though all the hijackers were from Saudi Arabia, it was definitely not a factor. That all the opium is grown in Afghanistan. Don't worry about that. The pharmaceutical companies definitely didn't want to take over. You know, and the whole thing turned out to be useless because as soon as we left, the Taliban took over again. Oopsies. Then of course, you know, America hasn't publicly killed journalists, but I'm sure there have been a few that the CIA has. I don't know if you guys heard about the CIA. They've probably killed a few journalists. I don't know. And there's people like Edward Snowden who, you know, not exactly a journalist, but he did basically tell everyone that the government is illegally spying on them, you know, breaking the Fourth Amendment. You know, basically the government is breaking the most minimal thing that makes America America. And well, he can't even come back to the country now. He's forced to live in Russia. You know, so I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they would torture and kill him if he came back if they had a chance. If they had gotten their grubby hands on him, I'm pretty sure Ed Snowden, we probably wouldn't even know his name. They probably would have just, you know, he'd be dead. He'd be dead. I mean, this is just, you know, let's just not talk, you know, if we're talking about all the stuff the CIA does, the foreign governments, you know, all the like there was just, where was it, in Nepal recently, you know, they're saying they had like a revolution there, but you know, everyone's saying, oh yeah, I mean, anytime any country has a revolution, the CIA gets their grubby mitts in there, you know, to like favor people that favor America, you know, which makes sense. I mean, strategically it makes sense, you know. I'm not condemning it morally. I'm just saying, you know, every government is shit. You know, if you think Saudi Arabia is shit, well, why don't you realize that all the other governments are shit? Okay, well, let's go to China now. You ever heard of the Uyghurs? I don't know. They're pretty much all slaves up there. They're in slave labor camps. You heard of Taiwan? I don't know. I'm sure there are hundreds of journalists in China who, well, actually, they probably don't get killed because they don't even report because they know they will be killed. You know. So what's worse, killing journalists or like no journalists will even report anything because they know they'll be killed? You know, they've created a society where they don't even have to kill journalists anymore because everyone self-censors. So anyway, well, I guess what I'm saying is, if you're complaining about comedians performing in Saudi Arabia, why don't you complain about them performing in China or performing in America? And why are you even complaining about comedians performing? You know, UFC has fights in the Middle East all the time. You know, musicians perform everywhere all the time. You know, should we not send them our movies? Should we not send them our culture? Like, if you want Saudi Arabia to change, isn't it good that Western comedians are performing there? That Western culture is spreading there? I mean, the women just started to drive, you know? That's a good thing, right? That was probably an influence of Western culture, don't you think? Because all these countries, you know, Saudi Arabia and all these Middle Eastern countries, they kind of want to join the world there, you know? They want to be more acceptable, you know? They're building up these cities, but no one wants to come to them because they can't drink alcohol, you know? So they're like, oh, okay, foreigners can drink alcohol, no big deal. You know? Anyway, quit your whining and complaining. Every government sucks. Every government's the mafia, dude. If you don't realize every government's the mafia, even Japan, you know. Okay, sure, maybe Japan's not starting any wars. Japan's not killing everything, but still, they got a central bank that just prints and steals everyone's wealth through inflation. Yeah, not only are they making everyone poorer, they're making people without assets poorer. They make the rich richer because their assets appreciate. They stifle growth and innovation, technological innovation through malinvestment. So basically, our technology and society doesn't grow as fast as it would have. Like innovations and things that would make people's lives better and aren't invented. That should have been invented 50 years ago are still not here. It's not a given. It's not a given that technology will progress. People have to invest, and the discoveries have to be made. And if governments are stealing money and investing it in shit they want instead of stuff that society wants, it slows growth, and then we don't get the world we want to live in. We should be living like the Jetsons right now, but we're not, because the last 100 years central banks have been fucking everything up. Does that bother you? Does that bother you if a comedian performs in America? No, it doesn't, because you're just a dumb internet person that says shit on the internet. You're a bot. You're the human equivalent of a bot. Oh, all right. Well, thanks for listening. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.